Most people believe jogging is the ultimate cardio exercise for fat loss, spending hours each week pounding the pavement in pursuit of their fitness goals. But what if the cardio you've been avoiding could actually burn more calories and preserve your joints better than your daily run? Today, we're revealing the results of testing 12 popular cardio exercises using metabolic measurement technology that tracked not just total calories burned, but the exact ratio of fat versus carbohydrates your body uses as fuel. We measured everything to discover which exercises deliver the highest calorie burn, which ones maximize fat oxidation, and most importantly, which ones you can actually stick with long enough to transform your body. Before we dive into the data, here's a question to consider. What good is finding the perfect calorie-burning workout if you despise it so much that you quit after 2 weeks? The scientifically optimal exercise means nothing if you can't maintain it consistently. The best workout isn't necessarily the one that burns the most calories. Sometimes it's the one that seamlessly integrates into your daily routine. If you're tired of conflicting fitness information and want evidence-based guidance that actually works, you're in the right place. Make sure to hit that subscribe button because we publish new research-backed content every week that cuts through the industry hype and gives you practical strategies you can implement immediately. Before we continue, tell us in the comments where you're watching from around the world. We have an incredible global community here, and we love connecting with viewers from every corner of the planet.
Let's begin with jump rope, an exercise that fitness influencers constantly promote as supremely efficient. Jump rope workouts typically use high-intensity interval training, which became wildly popular partly due to claims about the afterburn effect. The concept sounds revolutionary. Exercise intensely enough and your body continues burning significant extra calories for hours afterward, even while resting. This phenomenon, scientifically termed excess post-exercise oxygen consumption, or EPOC, is indeed real and documented in peer-reviewed research. However, the actual magnitude has been grossly exaggerated by the fitness industry. When we measured afterburn following intense jump rope intervals, the results revealed an uncomfortable truth. After 20 minutes of recovery post-workout, only 28 extra calories were burned beyond baseline. Research published in Medicine and Science in Sports and Exercise examining EPOC across multiple studies confirms that afterburn typically accounts for only 6 to 15% of calories burned during the actual exercise session. According to the American College of Sports Medicine, achieving meaningful EPOC requires pushing heart rate to at least 85% of maximum. Yet even meeting this threshold, research from PMC analyzing EPOC in trained women found that both resistance training and high-intensity interval training elevated metabolic rate for about 14 hours post-exercise, burning only an extra 33 calories per 30-minute period above baseline. The critical insight? Resistance training produces similar afterburn to high-intensity cardio while simultaneously building muscle tissue, which burns calories at rest and creates sustainable metabolic advantages. Sprint training represents another heavily marketed approach, with claims that 1 minute of all-out effort equals 50 minutes of moderate cardio. Our testing confirmed sprints produce the highest per-minute calorie burn, 17.8 calories per minute, substantially higher than other exercises tested. However, substrate analysis revealed an important consideration. During maximum intensity sprinting, 97% of calories burned came from carbohydrates, with only 3% from fat. Walking, by contrast, derived 80% of its calorie burn from fat oxidation. This raises the question, does fuel source during exercise impact long-term fat loss? Research consistently demonstrates the answer is no. What matters for fat loss is total daily caloric deficit, not which substrate you oxidize during any workout. When you perform low-intensity exercise that burns primarily fat during the session, your body compensates by burning more carbohydrates the rest of the day. Conversely, when high-intensity exercise depletes carbohydrate stores, your body increases fat oxidation during recovery. Multiple long-term studies comparing different exercise intensities found that when total calorie expenditure is matched,
fat loss outcomes are equivalent, regardless of exercise intensity or fuel source.
Jogging serves as the baseline cardio reference point for most people. Our 20-minute jog burned 350 calories, nearly double the 10-minute sprint session despite lower per-minute intensity. Heart rate data explains this. Jogging maintains consistently elevated heart rate throughout the duration, whereas sprints only spike heart rate briefly during work intervals before dropping during rest periods. One study from the British Journal of Nutrition found that running first thing in the morning on an empty stomach doubles fat oxidation compared to the identical workout performed after eating. We confirm this finding, observing higher fat burn percentages during fasted morning runs. But here's what headlines don't reveal. Increased fat oxidation during fasted exercise doesn't translate to greater overall fat loss. A meta-analysis examining 27 studies on fasted versus fed aerobic exercise, published in the British Journal of Nutrition, found that while fasted exercise significantly increases fat oxidation during the workout itself, this provides no long-term fat loss advantage when overall calorie intake is controlled. Another systematic review analyzing all available research concluded that body composition changes over several weeks are similar whether you exercise fasted or fed. The practical implication? Choose fasted or fed training based on personal preference and performance, not fat loss expectations.
Walking emerged as perhaps the most underrated exercise in our testing. A landmark meta-analysis published in The Lancet Public Health, analyzing data from 226,889 participants across 17 international cohorts, found that each additional 1,000 steps per day associates with a 15% reduction in all-cause mortality risk. Research from the European Journal of Preventive Cardiology, examining this same dataset, revealed that as few as 3,967 daily steps begin reducing mortality risk, with benefits continuing up to 20,000 steps without reaching an upper limit. The relationship between steps and mortality is particularly strong in the 4,000 to 8,000 step range. According to National Institutes of Health research tracking 4,800 American adults, compared to 4,000 daily steps, 8,000 steps associated with a 51% lower all-cause mortality risk.
Beyond mortality benefits, walking's calorie profile proves compelling for fat loss. Our 30-minute walk burned approximately 200 calories, with 80% derived from fat oxidation, the highest fat burn percentage of any tested exercise. Walking's advantage lies not in per-minute calorie burn, but in sustainability. Research demonstrates that adding just 20 minutes of daily walking produces approximately 3.5 pounds of fat loss over 12 weeks through cumulative calorie expenditure. Incline walking substantially amplifies these benefits. Testing at 6% incline while maintaining the same speed increased calorie burn by approximately 50% compared to flat walking. This explains why elite physique athletes, including multiple Mr. Olympia champions, utilize incline walking as primary cardio during contest preparation. The combination of elevated calorie expenditure with minimal recovery demands and excellent muscle preservation makes incline walking optimal for those prioritizing both fat loss and strength training.
Swimming represents arguably the most underutilized cardio option for fat loss, despite remarkable calorie-burning potential. Research published in Medicine and Science in Sports and Exercise, measuring energy expenditure in female swimmers during high-volume training, found total daily energy expenditure averaging 5,593 calories per day. Olympic champion Michael Phelps confirmed in multiple interviews that during peak training, he consumed 8,000 to 10,000 calories daily and maintained approximately 8% body fat through hours of daily swimming that burned roughly 1,000 calories per hour. Swimming's exceptional calorie burn results from engaging nearly every major muscle group simultaneously. Water resistance requires substantially more muscular force than air resistance. Additionally, water conducts heat approximately 25 times faster than air, forcing your body to burn extra calories, maintaining core temperature. Our 20-minute swim test burned 276 calories, placing it among the highest calorie-burning activities per unit time. The zero-impact nature means swimming can be sustained for longer durations than high-impact activities without joint stress, making it accessible to people with injuries or significant excess weight who find other cardio forms uncomfortable. The simultaneous cardiovascular and resistance training stimulus provides unique efficiency for time-constrained individuals.
The Stairmaster, often viewed as gym torture equipment, proved surprisingly effective and sustainable. 20 minutes of climbing burned 256 calories, according to metabolic measurement. Notably, the machine's display overestimated by approximately 10%, consistent with research showing cardio machines typically overestimate calorie burn by 10 to 30% using generic algorithms that ignore individual fitness level, movement efficiency, and metabolic adaptation. This systematic overestimation partly explains why people relying exclusively on machine displays often struggle losing weight despite apparently burning hundreds of calories per session. The Stairmaster combines continuous cardiovascular work with significant lower body resistance, engaging glutes, quadriceps, hamstrings, and calves throughout the workout. Unlike running, which involves repetitive impact stress on knees and ankles, the Stairmaster provides consistent stepping motion many find gentler on joints. The ability to read, watch videos, or listen to content while climbing enhances mental sustainability compared to activities demanding constant attention.
The critical insight connecting all these findings, scientific literature consistently demonstrates that exercise adherence predicts long-term fat loss success, far more powerfully than which specific exercise burns maximum calories in any single session. A systematic review published in Obesity, examining dozens of weight loss interventions, found that sustainable exercise programs people maintained for 6 months or longer produced superior results compared to theoretically optimal programs abandoned within weeks. This is why personal preference and lifestyle compatibility matter enormously. Consider your circumstances honestly. Working long hours with limited time? Perhaps 2 10-minute high-intensity sessions prove more realistic than hour-long jogs. Joint problems or significant excess weight? Swimming or walking might provide sustainable entry points even though they don't maximize per-minute calorie burn. Easily bored? Boxing or group classes might maintain engagement, where solo treadmill work leads to abandonment. The optimal program is the one you'll actually execute consistently for months and years, not the one appearing best in research papers.
There's an often overlooked reality about weight loss. As you shed pounds, calorie expenditure automatically decreases. Losing 20 pounds resembles removing a weighted backpack you've carried continuously. This explains common plateaus. Lighter body weight means identical exercise intensity burns fewer calories, requiring either increased exercise volume, decreased calorie intake, or ideally muscle mass maintenance through resistance training to sustain metabolic rate. Research comparing exercise modalities shows that combining cardio with progressive resistance training produces greater fat loss and superior muscle preservation compared to cardio alone, leading to better body composition outcomes and more sustainable weight maintenance. Studies demonstrate that individuals who include resistance training during weight loss maintain significantly more metabolic rate compared to those doing only cardio. Let's confront the fundamental truth: you cannot outrun a poor diet. Our testing demonstrated that a single large meal easily erases the caloric deficit from an hour of intense cardio. Consuming calories requires far less effort than burning them through exercise. One donut provides approximately the same calories as 20 minutes of jogging.
This is why nutrition strategies emphasizing whole foods, adequate protein, and appropriate calorie control remain non-negotiable for fat loss, with cardio serving as a valuable supplementary tool, creating additional deficit while providing extensive health benefits. Research from the American Heart Association demonstrates that regular cardiovascular exercise reduces risk of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, certain cancers, and cognitive decline independent of weight loss. While we've focused primarily on calorie burn and fat loss, remember that cardio's value extends far beyond scale numbers.
For those seeking to optimize fat loss, evidence supports a combined approach. Prioritize resistance training to build and maintain muscle mass, keeping metabolism elevated while improving body composition. Add regular cardio you genuinely enjoy and can sustain long-term, whether walking, swimming, cycling, or dancing. Create modest caloric deficits through combined increased physical activity and mindful nutrition, rather than extreme restriction or excessive exercise impossible to maintain. Track progress through multiple metrics, including measurements, progress photos, and clothing fit, not exclusively scale weight. Most importantly, think in months and years, not days and weeks. If this video has provided valuable insights into how cardio works for fat loss, we'd love to hear from you. Please type yes in the comments below to let us know this content was helpful. Your feedback motivates us to continue producing science-based fitness information that cuts through industry hype. If you found this valuable, please hit that like button and share this video with someone struggling to find the right cardio approach. And if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you never miss our upcoming content on training, nutrition, and evidence-based fitness strategies. Remember, the journey to better health isn't about discovering one perfect exercise or diet. It's about building a sustainable lifestyle, incorporating movement you enjoy, nutrition nourishing your body while supporting your goals, adequate recovery, and consistency over time. The best cardio exercise isn't the one burning maximum calories in laboratory conditions. It's the one you'll still be doing 6 months from now. Thank you for watching.